Julius Malema has done it yet again and has, he's very much vocal about General Mkhwanazi being subpoenaed, and he's saying that the ad hoc parliament cannot do anything except they subpoena Mkhwanazi. Mkhwanazi should be at the beginning of everything. So there are two videos, in fact, that I need to insert, but also there's another interesting thing that I need to share with you. So I thought to myself, because we are already here, might as well share what I need to share with you. But hey, I'm surprised. I need to be honest with you. I'm surprised. There seems to be a power struggle, and I don't know what's the cause of this power struggle, but there seems to be a power struggle here that is at play. This is Julius Malema now accusing members of parliament, some of them, that they don't want this commission, the parliamentary commission, to continue because maybe they are afraid of something. They were Mkhwanazi's friend on public, but now in reality, they seem to be retreating. These are the words coming directly from Mr. Sillo, Julius Malema. But also, I want to add, Ndabaga, one of the members of the EFF as well, has stated that they need to add Shamila Patoy, because she's the head of the NPA and DPP, you know what I'm saying, public prosecution in general. They need to be involved. They need to be called to parliament as well. So I'm going to give you all of this, provided you are interested. So you'll have to pay attention to this. I'm also going to show you another evidence here. There's something interesting that I think I need to show you, where this journalist who works for ENCA basically was detailing that Mkhwanazi is committed and is working with the evidence leader, a commission of inquiry, and because of that, it kind of like it delays everything, and I think that makes a lot of sense, right? I've got an important announcement that I want to make, but before I can make that important announcement, let me give you the chronology of what I'm going to do. One, right now I'm going to insert the video of Julius Malema. When we're done with that, we'll come back, and then I'm going to insert now the tweet from this journalist who was saying that Mkhwanazi is busy with the commission. Then I will end with the EFF member that is saying that they need to call the likes of Shamila Patoy and all those who are involved in with public prosecution. So let's start from Julius Malema when he was speaking here.
And colleagues, I should put it on record that it becomes very clear as we proceed that certain people don't want Mkhwanazi to appear before this committee. And they use all manner of excuses to make sure that he doesn't appear before this committee. Others even sing the loudest in a pretentious way as if they are his number one defense force. But deep down, they don't want him to appear before this committee. That's why you can't even revoke sanctioning him, because if it doesn't come, the better. Some of you forget how this committee came about, and many of you opposed the existence of such a committee. And now, because of whatever reason this committee is here, you start finding a way of juniorizing it. What does our committee have to do with the commission of inquiry, which is toothless? It's not binding. It can't bite. Why did we put those things in terms of in the terms of reference that we can subpoena a person? There was someone's wife who appeared before one of the committees here, and the husband is here. When she asked for postponement or for this or that, everything else was rejected because there was huge interest on her. And she was reminded that we can even proceed without you. But because you don't have interest, You pretend like you have interest, and you create an impression that Julius has got something to hide. How can I have something to hide when I say someone must come before the committee? You must decide what you want. You must decide whether you want Mkhwanazi before the committee or you don't want Mkhwanazi before the committee. And if you want Mkhwanazi before the committee, in the terms of reference, there are mechanisms to get Mkhwanazi into the committee. Mkhwanazi told you, I'm not coming to you, even before there was an actual date of the commission. That's how junior you are. And you want us to participate in a committee like this that has been juniorized? There is some senior committee called a commission. We're being juniorized. You have turned this committee into a toothless body. It is going to be the most useless body. I'm not even sure if some of us can continue participating in such a committee that agrees on something and do something else. Mkhwanazi, subpoena does not mean Mkhwanazi is wrong. If you don't know English, it's none of my problems. It's none of my baby to feed Malta Bella. Mkhwanazi must be subpoenaed because what Mkhwanazi said is important and cannot be postponed for a day. It's very urgent. But all of a sudden, even if Mkhwanazi becomes the last, that's fine. We can look at other people. Why? Because you don't want the truth. And you create an impression that you want the truth. You don't want the truth. I am here to seek the truth. That's why I'm saying Mkhwanazi must be subpoenaed. Mkhwanazi must come. We have nothing to do with the commission. We can never use a material of the commission in our committee. Mkhwanazi must write an affidavit directed to our chairperson, and that becomes a document of our committee. Any other thing is a hearsay. We don't want that. We want that which has been said to us by Mkhwanazi and the rest of them. I don't know what you're doing with Deputy Minister Siri. To show that you want to make this thing useless, you have put in deputy ministers with no powers. I don't know what they're going to tell you. I don't know what you want to get from those people. You are getting deputy ministers because you want to render this committee useless. That's what you're doing. And we don't agree with any of the proposals. We don't change any terms of reference. We want Mkhwanazi as number one. If you can't get him through Lavi-Davi approach, subpoena him. We are not doing anything outside the terms of reference. And then how can a person who started the allegations be the last one to testify? What are you going to use? With due respect, Honorable Bredenbach, we cannot use what has been said on TV. We cannot use that. We can use what is in the affidavit, and that affidavit must have an oath. So, who are you going to question based on what? What is before you? We need something before us. And the person who can give that is Mkhwanazi. He has to come. Even if it means stopping half the way to go and appear into the commission, finish, come back, that's fine. But he has to come to us. Without Mkhwanazi, we are toothless, we are useless, we don't know what we are talking about. Someone is alleging here. You go and ask someone else, Urbaru, you did 1, 2, 3. Or go and ask the person who said I did that and give you a proof. They say Sibia has stolen or taken the dockets. That's one of the allegations. Of course, we know the dockets have been returned or whatever the case might be. We are going to go to Sibia and say to Sibia, where are the dockets? I never took any dockets. Bruno, what do you mean? He says, go to the person who says I stole the dockets to give you evidence that I took the dockets. It doesn't work like that. As an advocate, Honorable Bredenbach, you know that. It doesn't work like that. There has to be a person who makes the allegations. We have to test the allegation. We have to test the evidence of the allegations. On the basis of that, summon people because we now have something that gives us at least a prima facie to can engage these people. I rest my case.
Okay, so you hear what Julius Malema has got to say. Do you agree or you disagree with Julius Malema, right? Whilst you're still thinking about some of the things, some of his submissions, some of his concerns, some of his arguments, you know what I'm saying, that he has advanced, I would like to give you this good news, guys. I said to you guys, I'm going to give you an announcement. This is an announcement. So, Tara Roadcaster Pro. Some of you guys will be like, what is this Roadcaster Pro thing? Right? Hey, guys, this thing. Yeah, it's a bit expensive. So, yeah, you. Roadcaster Pro 2. So this is what is going to happen. This is what will be happening going forward. We're going to be doing live streams, and we'll be during the live stream you will be able to call me, because this thing, it allows me to receive calls. So there's a number that I want you guys to make use of. But here's a problem. I am not going to create any WhatsApp group. I did it in the past. People were posting things, and it was very difficult to keep up because people were talking about certain things that are not related to the case. So I am not going to create any WhatsApp group anymore. You guys are going to be able to talk to me, but I'm going to set up the rules, because you're not going to talk forever. There are a lot of people who wants to engage. So I'm going to set up the rules, but prepare. We will now be engaging telephonically live. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With that being said, let me read this thing from one of the journalists working for ENCA. Uti, there seems to be a power struggle playing out over who gets Lieutenant General Mkhwanazi on the stand first. He is currently consulting with evidence leaders from the Madlanga Commission ahead of its anticipated start date on the 17th of September. At the same time, the ad hoc committee set up to investigate his allegation is turning up the pressure. Yesterday, that is when it did that. Yesterday, EFF Malema said that they don't answer to Mkhwanazi and demand that he respond when he is called because he created this mess. In fact, Mkhwanazi has already responded on the 4th of September, a day before that ad hoc committee meeting, to say the commission had locked him in until the 24th of September. Consequently, he will only be available to the committee after that date. The scheduling conflict over his consultation and testimony raises question over how other witnesses which are needed in both places across provinces will be managed, right? And then he says, while all of this play out, the public protector is also awaiting submission from him for his own investigation, and that deadline is fast approaching. See what I'm trying to say? You see what I'm trying to say? People don't seem to understand this. Every single word that shall be uttered by Mkhwanazi, either before the Madlanga Commission, parliamentary commission, the committee, or the investigation where he need, the investigations that are ongoing where he is needed as well. Whatever he says, it has got direct consequences on other people's lives. You can't rush that decision because it has direct consequences on somebody's life. You can't therefore rush him. I've said this in the past, I'm saying it now, time and again. I don't understand the obsession to rush Mkhwanazi. I seriously don't understand that. If the commission has locked him up until the 24th, you are trying by all means to pull him out of the commission. Guys, no. There seems to be people in this thing, seemingly they have their own agendas. I don't understand, but I'm telling you, people have got their own agendas. What is difficult about the following? Mkhwanazi, we can't have you on this date, okay? We will stop with our parliamentary thing because you are already locked. Once you're done, we will then proceed. When you're done on the 25th, please come to us. What's wrong with that? Why now I don't understand what's going on. Maybe you guys do, but I honestly don't understand. To me, it looks like there's something deeper than what meets the eye. Like, I want to repeat this. There's something that is deeper than what meets the eye. But whilst I'm still thinking about that which is deeper than what meets the eye, I would also like you to listen to the member of EFF who's saying, we need to add some of the people. And I think what this person is saying really makes sense. It really makes a lot of sense. The adding of the public, the NDPP, the NPA on their witness list, it makes perfect sense. It makes perfect sense. You see, I'm about to give you that video. You know, I'm remembering something about what Julius Malema said. It is as if ad hoc committee has extreme powers to prosecute. Phala has shown that is in control there. So it's not like the ad hoc committee. They are going to do what the Madlanga committee could not do. For me, it's just as one and the same thing. At the end of it all, if nobody opens a case somewhere else, Ramaphosa is not going to do anything. Forget. But again, listen to the member of EFF making a very important point here.
Let me not show my EFF vote EFF T-shirt. I'm at by-elections, Chair. Chair, just quickly, you know who we forgot to include in this round was the NDPP, because she forms part of the of government or the executive that we wanted to be part of it. So I think we need, or we can add her to this first round of witnesses. It's very clear then the terms of reference that we also need to deal with the National Prosecuting Agency, also correctional services. But at this stage, I don't think there was anything that has been circulating, particularly on correctional services. But you will remember that the NDPP did do interviews and made a variety of claims about corruption, etc. So I think that's something that we need to add to the first round. Also, Chair, and this is just pretty much on housekeeping. I don't know exactly the content or how the letters are being written, I think, but from the sounds of it is that we are asking witnesses when they are available. I think we need to move away from that, and we need to have a schedule that when we write to them is that you have been you are required to attend between this date and this date to consult with the evidence leaders, and on this date, this is when you are going to appear before the commission, rather than asking when people are available, etc., etc. That doesn't mean that it's a summons, but it's an expectation that you need to make yourself available. And that might be one of our biggest problems. Why even Becky Cele hasn't even responded, because we should have written to him by now and have said these are the dates. So let's work on our calendar. When they need to appear before the evidence leaders and get the statements, when they need to appear before us, and in that sequencing. And tell them the dates that we need them, not ask them when they are available, because that is what is making us look like we are just some clumsy committee working at the mercy of the commission. Also, we need to start engaging witnesses almost immediately and not wait. But you mentioned that, Chair, that we need to start on the next round. So let's do that. Let's put the dates when they need to appear before the evidence leaders, when they are going to appear before us, and we send them letters to that effect. No nice letters of please tell us when you're available, when you're coming back from Milan, etc. And then just, Chair, it's really shameful that the commission is telling us that when and how they are going to release the Lieutenant General. And I think you as a chair, I mean, we having the dictate to us who give oversight. It's even worse that this commission, it's nothing binding. We know that it is open, and commissions are generally just open to extensions. Look what happened to the Zondo Commission, billions rands later. We are the portfolio committee. We want to close this. That commission must release him and let him come and appear before us, and then he can go back. We can't be playing second fiddle to a commission that can extend at its beck and call when and how it wants to do that. And I think you as a chair, as Parliament, we must be able to take a firm stand and not look like an idiots that what we are now. Even we had already even requested these things late, but we must put our foot down. There's nothing there in that commission that stops them from releasing him to come and appear before us. And Honorable Malema said nothing that he doesn't want to appear. The issue is that we are stuck between the commission and the executive that is trying to force him to come there for whatever reasons, and we know what those reasons are, instead of coming here first. And that is the issue. And I think us here as Parliament, this is where we need to put our foot down and say, no, he must come here, because we know how those commissions operate, and we are not going to operate the same way. Thank you.
So tell me your thought and your opinion again about everything and anything that has been said. I'm interested to hear, what do you think? This is very interesting for me, at least. This is very interesting. Sum up everything in your own understanding, in your own perspective, in your own, sum up everything. My own summary is, you have your own, I understand. My summary is, do not rush General Mkhwanazi. Don't do it. Resist that temptation. Because it's not like he says, I am not coming. You see, if he says, I'm not coming, then it's something else. Then I can understand. But so long as he tells you, I need to prepare for the Madlanga Commission, there's already consultation with the evidence leaders there, why rush him? It's not like you're going to get him after December. No. You just have to wait up until the 24th of the current month. From there, you can have him. Why rush him? That's the part that I don't understand. Why? Hey, guys, you can go to court. The court doesn't mind to go to like me. There's a case that I'm busy on, right? The case was set. Look, the case will sit on a date that is a bit far. Why? Because courts, that's how they work. What I'm trying to say is, it's not like you are going to fast-track justice. You are not going to fast-track justice. You are not going to tell the judges to fast-track your case. So if in court they don't work like that, why do you want to work differently than court? Follow the processes. Let me show you something. What if Mkhwanazi, what if Parliament decide, okay, we are going to subpoena him, and then he just goes to court and say, listen, here's an evidence I am preparing with this commission. These people want me. I'm asking you, court, to tell me or to intervene here, because I'm the only Mkhwanazi. I can't cut myself into two pieces, one for Parliament and one for Madlanga. I can't do that. Parliament, court, please intervene. Do you know that can drag even longer than you would have received Mkhwanazi? Instead of just being understanding and say, listen, Mkhwanazi, okay, we'll have you on the 25th, full stop. Once Mkhwanazi approached court and said, no, I can't cut myself into two pieces. Can't be in Parliament and then commission. How do you want, this is the part that drives me mad. How do you want him to prepare? How do you want him to prepare? It can't be that you are already been told that this man is already in conversation and preparation with the commission, Madlanga Commission. Now you want to come and say, stop this one, come to us. Okay, it starts the process afresh. Guys, does it even make sense? Man, guys, some things, I don't understand why is Malema so furious when you are told that he's busy. He is busy. It's not like he's sitting and doing that. He's busy already. But yet you want him now. I don't understand this. Whatever word that Mkhwanazi utters, has direct consequences on somebody's life. Shadrach's beer is suspended as of us speaking because of Mkhwanazi's words. You don't want to create a situation where Shadrach's beer will listen to Mkhwanazi and be like, you didn't even know what you're talking about. Then he takes it to court and say, book. You saw what I'm trying to say. You don't want that. You want him to be as thorough as possible, even in the commission. Even if he said to them, I need 3 weeks to prepare. Because of the depth and the consequences of his words on other people's career and lives, he must be given that time. We said that with Nisi on the Sons of Mayo trial. The only problem that I had with Nisi was that he came up with an unidentified time. He left a vacuum. And that was my problem, to say, if you are saying, I need 3 months, I can agree to 3 months. But to say, I don't know when I'm going to be ready, no. A professional cannot say that. I don't buy that. But tell me, we are looking at 3 months, we are looking at 6 months. Then I know we are working on something. You see what I'm saying? So in this case, it's not like we are just, there's just a vacuum. We don't know when. No. We know already. There's progress, there's direction, there's moving forward. But someone just wants to be the first. Guys, I do not agree with Julius Malema at all. I don't understand what is the obsession about getting Mkhwanazi first, because even if you get him last, if you want to act on his allegation, you will still have the same privileges to act. So it's not like the privileges will be taken away by the Madlanga Commission. I just don't understand what is the obsession. Is it not to affect him mentally? It is not to affect him psychologically, so that he makes mistake and you say, you look at this. No. The more Mkhwanazi is given time to prepare, the more we have a sober general who will speak like he did on the 6th of July. That's what we want. A sober Mkhwanazi is a Mkhwanazi that we both deserve. Not a confused one who doesn't even know whether he must go to the Madlanga Commission or what. He comes and give you half-baked food, and then you complain and you say he was lying. Babos Bia must be reinstated. That's what they are going to be preaching after that. No, guys, I do not subscribe to this. I don't. And I will never subscribe to this. We need to change how we do things. It's not going to work like this. I'm not honestly, that's my summary. My conclusion on the matter is that, yes, I fully concur. The people who are working for ENDPP, the people who are working for NPA, they are needed too. Because you'll remember that General Fanema Semele said that as soon as Mkhwanazi spoke, after that everything started happening. You know what I'm saying? He said that now they were talking. Now they are able to arrest people. So there was a bit of a relief in terms of how the system works. So they are needed to, so they can come and explain. You understand what I'm saying? That's my summary. What's yours?